Kakarot has spent time with his fellow Saiyan warriors, and after fighting Lord Slug, he's become the first Super Saiyan. He wants to bring Raditz and Nappa back, but Vegeta's not really too up for it. So, what's going to happen from here on out? We'll cover all that and more in this fourth part of What If the Red Ribbon Army Raised Goku. On their way to Earth, Kakarot does remember Piccolo said the Dragon Balls would disappear with him. And as far as Kakarot knows, Piccolo is still dead. He assumed that it might have been a bluff, but even if he can't find the Dragon Balls at Earth, he might be able to get some more info on there. As their ships fly through space, Vegeta asks why they're even going there then. If there's a chance there might not even be Dragon Balls, what's the point? Well, Kakarot also wanted to return here for another reason. It's not like they can go to Namek because Slug mentioned he wished for his youth there and seemingly destroyed it. So really, Earth is their only option if they want Dragon Balls. Even some info on them would be helpful because Namek itself is gone and this is the only thing he could think of. Vegeta thinks this is pointless. They don't need the Dragon Balls. He doesn't want to bring Raditz and Nappa back. If he gets them, then yeah, he'll just wish for immortality. But otherwise, there's no point going to Earth. And wait, why is he even listening to what Kakarot wants? Whatever, this all seems pointless, but he'll humor him for now. The two Saiyans arrive on Earth, and pretty much right when they land, they're met with resistance. Krillin, Tien, Chaozu, Yamcha, and Piccolo. They're ready to fight Kakarot the second he lands. Surprised to see another Saiyan here too. And Kakarot is a bit confused to see Piccolo alive again. Well, that's a good thing because clearly that means there's Dragon Balls somewhere. Something brought him back to life, so that either means he was bluffing about the Dragon Balls being connected to him, or there's another set out there, in which case, it means Earth's Dragon Balls are back as well. Though what Kakarot actually doesn't know is that the Dragon Balls are inactive at the moment because Shenron brought the Namekians back not too long ago. This is also the first time Kakarot's actually seen Krillin face to face. Same with Yamcha too, I guess. He's fought with Tien before, and he's obviously fought Piccolo too. He lets them know he's grown a lot stronger since the last time he came here. He actually just fought a Super Namekian, someone far stronger than Piccolo, so he wonders if Piccolo could achieve that same strength. Tien asks if he means Lord Slug, and yeah, Kakarot's surprised he even knows about him. This concerns them a bit because after what Nail told them about Lord Slug, they feel like they stand no chance against Kakarot if he truly did defeat that guy. They ask why he's back though. He tells them to not be concerned. He's not taking over this useless planet or anything, and he's not here to kill anyone either. He just wanted to see if the Dragon Balls were back, which apparently they are. They of course don't tell Kakarot the Dragon Balls are inactive right now, and they also know he has no way of actually tracking them. Although, he does. He's gonna find Tao, who should have a Dragon Ball radar of his own. Gero did procure one from the Red Ribbon Army before that got destroyed, and Tao should have one in his possession now. Anyways, there's no more need to exchange words, so they begin fighting. Vegeta watches on from the sidelines, wondering how strong these Earthlings are, and they don't seem too powerful. Kakarot fights them all in base, taking every single one of them on at once. But then mid-fight, he realizes how above them he is, so he simply transforms into his Super Saiyan, finishing them all off with ease. Although he is impressed with that bald one. Tien? No, the short one. Chaozu? No, Krillin. Besides, Chaozu's not bald, so Krillin's the Star Warrior of the Turtle School, apparently the strongest person on the planet right now, and also the Guardian of Earth. He does seem to be an interesting warrior. Vegeta thinks this is all a waste of time. They should just go look for the Dragon Balls now. And Kakarot says they shouldn't interfere. None of them need to die. He has no reason to kill them. Tien even gets ready to try the Mafuba just in case, but weirdly enough, Kakarot and Vegeta just leave. They truly have no interest in fighting these guys any longer. They wonder who that other guy is too. Clearly he's a Saiyan just like Kakarot. King Kai actually did tell Krillin about Vegeta, the prince of the Saiyans, so that must be him. But why did it look like Vegeta was following Kakarot if anything? Shouldn't it be the other way around? And does he have that same form Kakarot has? Kakarot flies off looking for Tao. And Vegeta wonders why Kakarot didn't kill those guys. Kakarot says what's the point? Well, Vegeta says they stood directly against them. And Kakarot says they're interesting warriors. Who knows, maybe they could fight them again in the future. They've grown pretty strong, and it makes Kakarot interested to see where they could truly go. And Vegeta guesses he can understand that, but still. Really? Those guys? They didn't seem that powerful or interesting. Kakarot should have just wiped them out, but Kakarot says it doesn't really matter. He's then able to find Tao. Rather, Tao is able to find him. And Kakarot's pretty surprised to see that Blue's with him, alive and actually not a cyborg. Blue can't believe it. Kakarot's grown up. He seems a lot stronger than before. And Vegeta's getting annoyed with all the reunions, but Kakarot explains who these people are. These are the people from the army who raised him. Tao's actually his teacher, and Blue trained him a bit too. As for Android 8, well, he's just Android 8. Kakarot even takes some time to spar with Tao just like he promised, and of course he beats him, amazing Tao with his new transformation. Vegeta's getting really impatient too, asking Kakarot to just get to the point. Tao says he does have the Dragon Ball radar still, but it seems like the Dragon Balls are inactive right now. Someone must have used them recently. That's fine. He'll just have to wait here for the Dragon Balls then. Kakarot's just wasting time fighting these people, and the worst part is he seems like friends with this guy that they're talking with right now. This weakling was his teacher? Plus, they can't even get the Dragon Balls they came here for. Vegeta was at least going to let it slide because he was going to steal the wish for himself. But this is all getting annoying now. Just as they're about to leave, they sense a couple powers approaching. Kakarot smirks, and Vegeta's mood brightens up a bit too. It's Frieza. This should be fun. Blue's a bit terrified because he's never felt a power that strong, and clearly, it's someone who's not an ally to them. Tao kinda keeps his composure, wondering if Kakarot could truly handle this, but Kakarot says it's fine. The ships land not too far away, and all the fighters that just fought Kakarot before, they fly over too. Frieza's army steps off the ship, and Kakarot says the Z fighters are probably going to want to fight those guys. Tao, Blue, and Android 8 even join in. This will be a nice test of their powers. Of course, the Z fighters find this really weird too, because they were just roped into a fight that they didn't expect at all, and they're fighting alongside the last few people from the Red Raven army. Whatever, it looks like this is more important to deal with, so everyone takes on Frieza's troops. As Frieza gets off his ship and walks towards Kakarot, he tells him that he knew he'd be an annoyance. Of course, he always suspected that of Vegeta too, but now he'll finally get rid of them. And weirdly enough, he sees that they're missing 2 Saiyans. He guesses they end up dying. Good, less monkeys for him to deal with. Vegeta goes to fight some of Frieza's troops, targeting whatever strong ones remain, but really there's not many that are that powerful. And Kakarot faces Frieza himself. Having some knowledge of what happened with Kakarot and Vegeta recently, and the fact that they fought Lord Slug, Frieza immediately powers up, going into his final form. He honestly thinks this might be overkill, but then Kakarot completely shocks him, going Super Saiyan. Frieza can't believe what he's seeing. Saiyans are only supposed to be able to transform into Great Ape, so what is this? Surely it can't be the Super Saiyan of legend. That's just a myth. And Kakarot kind of finds it funny seeing the expression on Frieza's face. He's clearly feared this his entire life, hasn't he? And now he's finally going to have to face the Super Saiyan, and it looks like he stands no chance. And right after transforming into his final form, Frieza said this wasn't even his full power, so Kakarot tells Frieza to show off his full strength. He wants to defeat him at 100%, not whatever this is. So Frieza begins charging energy and goes into his full power. The Z fighters, Tao's crew, and Vegeta are all amazed at what they sense. Although Vegeta's not too concerned. Kakarot clearly has the upper hand here. This fight should be easier than the one he had against Lord Slug. Although Kakarot's not just going to finish it right off the bat. He wants to enjoy himself a bit and test out what Frieza's power is truly like. The two start fighting, and Vegeta sees that this is his chance. As Tao is preoccupied with some of the Frieza Force soldiers, Vegeta then attacks him, defeating him with ease and trying to take the Dragon Ball radar from him, but Blue and 8 then jump in to help. Amidst his fight with Frieza, Kakarot notices this too. What the hell's Vegeta doing? Tao's on their side. Though Kakarot's not stupid, he can clearly tell what Vegeta's going for. He wants the Dragon Ball radar for himself. But why? The Dragon Balls aren't even active. Besides, they could have just waited until this fight was over. Unless Vegeta's trying to do something without Kakarot. That's the only explanation for it. He continues fighting Frieza, and then, telepathically, he starts communicating with Krillin, the strongest of the Z fighters. He has no reason to trust Kakarot, but he asks if they could help stop Vegeta for now. Of course, this surprises Krillin, and he's not going to trust it right away. But to be honest, Kakarot values Tao more than Vegeta. Vegeta's clearly trying to make some move against him, and Kakarot's not sure what's going on, but something's definitely wrong. Vegeta may be turning against him. Krillin's not really too sure what to do here. Maybe he should just let them kill each other because everyone here who's not part of his group is an enemy to him. Vegeta's not an ally, Kakarot's not an ally, Tao isn't, Frieza isn't. Why should he help anyone here? But even with all the evils around him, it makes him wonder if anyone here's the lesser of the evils. Besides, Vegeta is going for the Dragon Ball radar, so who knows what he could do with that. Krillin tells Tien about this too, and as far as they know, Kakarot doesn't know that Namek's back. Though he did fight Lord Slug, so maybe he does know some things about Namek, and Vegeta's going to use that Dragon Ball radar to go to Namek, terrorizing that planet if he can't get the Dragon Balls here. And besides, even if he doesn't, he's a threat to Earth. Nobody knows what Vegeta's endgame is here. He seems to be working alone now. So Krillin begrudgingly agrees to what Kakarot said, especially because Kakarot's their only hope of fighting Frieza right now, and they don't want him distracted by whatever Vegeta's doing. Though he does have one question for Kakarot. If he's going to help out, he wants to know what Kakarot's wishing for. Kakarot is simply here to revive his allies, the 2 other Saiyans he was working with, one of them being his brother. But that's weird. Why is Vegeta working against Kakarot then? And Kakarot's not really sure. He seems to not care about their allies, and maybe he's going to use the wish for something else. Who knows? But he's definitely trying to snake Kakarot. Vegeta easily defeats Tao's crew and gets the Dragon Ball radar, but Krillin then steps up. Tien, Piccolo, Yamcha, and Chaozu go around him, fighting off the Frieza Force soldiers so Krillin could just focus on Vegeta. And Krillin immediately activates Kaioken. It catches Vegeta by surprise, and he's getting completely overwhelmed by Krillin, but Vegeta knows a way to even the odds, or even get the advantage here. Quickly he creates a fake moon, throwing it up in the sky, and getting ready to turn into a Great Ape. Kakarot is still busy fighting Frieza. Frieza is a weaker opponent than Slug, but it's not like Kakarot's just going to one-shot him or easily deal with him. He still is having some level of difficulty here. Maybe he should make this fight faster. But Kakarot telepathically communicates with Krillin again, telling him to cut Vegeta's tail off, otherwise they're screwed. Frieza notices Kakarot's brief distraction and punches him in the face, telling him to pay attention. Vegeta fully turns into a Great Ape, but then Blue yells at him, looking Vegeta directly in the eyes and briefly paralyzing him. Blue doesn't know how long that's going to hold because Vegeta's a lot stronger than him, though Blue has grown considerably in the past few years too. Surprisingly enough, Chaozu then joins in too, lending his own telekinesis. This paralyzes Vegeta just for a few seconds, and that's enough time for Krillin to actually create a Kienzan, cutting off his tail, rendering his transformation useless. Tien destroys the artificial moon, and Kakarot didn't look up at it at all because he wasn't sure what would have happened if he transformed into a Great Ape while Super Saiyan, or if that would even do anything to him. That's for him to find out later. Just as Vegeta is defeated, Kakarot finishes the fight with Frieza, killing him, and then Kakarot quickly flies over, asking Vegeta what he was trying to do. What was he going to wish for? And Vegeta asks Kakarot why he's so concerned about bringing the other two back. They're weaklings. They have the power to make any wish they want, and they're going to bring back those two? He doesn't get why Vegeta's so against it, and Vegeta says he's going to use the Dragon Balls to become the strongest no matter what. Clearly Kakarot's head is getting too big. Sure, he might be a Super Saiyan, but he has to remember who Vegeta is. He's bossing him around. He dragged him to this backwater planet for nothing, and just wasted his time. And he tells him that there's these magic wish-granting orbs out there, and he's making such a stupid wish with them. Why does he hold some sort of sentimental value for the other two Saiyans? Kakarot can clearly see Vegeta was trying to go against him somehow, and Vegeta says Kakarot needs to remember who the prince is. The prince? The prince of what? Kakarot's the only member of his crew, and he's stronger than Vegeta. And Vegeta starts getting angrier, and Kakarot can clearly see he hit a nerve. He taunts Vegeta further. What's he gonna do about it? Vegeta quickly charges a powerful blast, launching it straight at Kakarot, and Kakarot simply lifts a hand up, absorbing it. This simple disagreement led to both of them having a falling out, and Vegeta knows he can't win here. He was already defeated by the Earthlings, and angrily, Vegeta retreats. He calls over both space pods and blows up Kakarot's, then quickly boarding his and launching off into space. But Kakarot doesn't do anything about it. Well, looks like he's stuck here now. The Earthlings are all left confused, even the ones in Tao's crew. Yamcha thinks they should just stay out of whatever's happening here, but Tien thinks this is good. Something's changing in Kakarot. He's clearly evil, but his biggest ally just turned against him due to his pride. Plus, Kakarot still needs the Dragon Balls, and clearly he holds some sort of respect for Earth. And Tao says Kakarot should just come with them. He's been waiting for Kakarot to return after all. It's not like Kakarot has any other option, and these are his true allies. He liked being a Saiyan warrior, but there's too much ego involved. Earth has affected him, whether he'll admit it or not. Kakarot then walks up to the others. They get ready to fight. He's not their ally by any means, but they don't have to worry about him destroying the planet. Kakarot's only goal is to grow as strong as possible now, and he knows Vegeta's out there, as well as King Cold. Piccolo asks Kakarot what he plans to do then. Well, he's still going to revive his brother, and he feels he owes it to Nappa to bring him back too. The latter's more loyal to Vegeta, but maybe he'll join Kakarot's side after this. But after that, he's leaving this planet again. He walks back over to Tao and gets ready to leave, but then he stops. He turns to the Z fighters and tells them to grow stronger. Give him a better fight next time. They can't tell if he's joking or not because his expression looks dead serious. Yamcha just says he's a weird guy, but Tien thinks he's just showing a bit of respect there. He thinks Vegeta showed him what a truly selfish warrior looks like, and Kakarot is a villain, but he still values camaraderie. And it's pretty clear with his relationship to Tao that he realizes he will only grow strong with the help of others around him, whether they're full-on allies or not. Fighting other people is what's going to make him grow strong. Kakarot then flies off, but Krillin yells out to him. Kakarot stops midair, and Krillin throws a Senzu Bean at him. He says they're even now. He helped them stop Vegeta, and even though they probably were the ones to bring Frieza here, he stopped him. That Senzu Bean's going to heal him fully, and Kakarot's scowl fades from his face. It turns into a smirk. He saves the Senzu Bean for later. He doesn't need it right now. His name was Krillin, right? He'll remember him. He's truly an impressive warrior. So are the others like Tien and Piccolo. Yamcha's a little bummed. He got no recognition. Chaozu's not too surprised though, and Piccolo thinks that was a really weird exchange, but he has no room to talk because he ended up joining these people too. Maybe Kakarot's finally changing somehow. Or maybe he's still going to be evil, just not heartless. Meanwhile, Jiro's supercomputer gets more data. In a hidden lab, 3 projects emerged. Androids 13, 14, and 15 awaken. Kakarot is Jiro's biggest foe now, and same for the Earthlings. 13 got a bunch of great data, and everyone's here at the moment, so he's ready to have some fun, and get that revenge for Jiro. With that, we'll leave off here for now. What'd you guys think about this part? What's going to happen next? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel, and it shows me you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.